welcome back. I am going to do a deck review today. This is an oracle deck. I'm sure you can see that. This is the Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards. Now let me first explain, these are based on a series of books. I actually have them. I have almost all of them. Just a moment. I should have been more prepared, shouldn't I? This is the first book in the series. It's called Marked. House of Night novel. PC and Kristen Cass are the authors. They're actually a mother-daughter team. Apparently I don't have the best light going, but there you go. Marked. So that now my cat's visiting. Ashley, this is not for you, sweetheart. So if you know nothing about the series of books, sorry, my cat is casting a shadow. If you know nothing about the series of books, some of the information in the book with the deck, even some of the information on the cards themselves, may not make sense to you. Now, that doesn't mean you can't use it. It's just helpful. So, the House of Night is a series of books, sort of fantasy, set in modern times though. It's about a school called House of Night, which is for vampires, okay? In this series of books, you're not born a vampire, and you're not really turned a vampire in the traditional way. Ashley, I really wish you would move. You are actually marked to become a vampire. And hence why the first book that I just showed you is called Marked. The goddess of vampires, the one that sort of created them in this book series, is the goddess Nyx. She's in Greek mythology, although not well known. She's actually a primordial deity. Okay, now my other cat's visiting us. Good thing I'm not trying to show you cards right now. Nyx is actually a primordial deity in Greek mythology. She's not like one of the Olympians or something. She's from before them. And she is the personification of night. Okay? So, in this series of books, Nyx is the goddess of the vampires. And I think she's the one that created them. It's been a while since I've read the series though, so I could be wrong. Now, you see these markings on her? In the series, the term marked literally means marked. Every vampire is marked with, I think it's a blue crescent moon on their forehead, if I remember correctly. Like I said, it's been a while since I've read it. Even though they're still coming out. But, that's what it is. So, I just thought of another way I might be able to do my setup that might work better. Let me finish telling you the background of the story of the deck, and then before I actually start showing the cards, I might change my setup and make this a little better for you. Still working on the best setup for this kind of stuff. So, anyway, people are marked to become vampires. The series follows one particular female as she is marked. Her name is Zoe Redbird. And then through her life, you know, fighting evil and that sort of thing, things happen, you know. So that's really the backstory. So these cards are mainly written as the goddess Nyx speaking to you, okay? The way these come across to me is they're written to sort of make you feel like you are in the books, if that makes sense. You can see they were done by Colette Baron Reed and PC Cast, who was one of the authors. It is 50 cards, It is an Oracle card deck. Yeah, so there you go. It says $12.95 on here. I don't remember what I paid for it. I think that's about accurate, actually. See, it even gives you the instruction here, ask Nyx your question, and then select a card and use the guidebook to help interpret her message. So, alright, let us open the box, but let me change my setup for a moment first. Be right back. Alright, I am apparently just gonna try to hold the camera, so bear with me. Okay? I just feel like I don't have the best setup, like... I have like a little mini tripod. It doesn't go very high. Makes my life difficult. Alright, so here's the deck again. PC Cast, Colette Baron Reed. It does come in a very nice, sturdy box. As you can see, nice, thick cardboard. I've actually had this deck for a couple of months now. And I have not, there's been no damage to the box, so... And as you can see, I really hadn't read this, but basically, it is exactly what I said it was. It says at the top there, what if you really belong to the House of Night? These oracle cards offer you a way to converse with the goddess Nyx, just like Zoe Redbird, who is the main character, as I said. So, that's really what it's meant to do. Artwork is beautiful. Some of the cards reference characters from the series, just in the name of the card. Here is the guidebook. On the back is some information about PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. As you can see here. The guidebook is pretty decent. So, it has a little bit of a story behind the cards, the purpose of the cards, how to use them, how to ask a question. It gives you example 1 card readings, 2 card relationship readings, and then a past, present, future. Then it goes through all 50 cards. Now, each card has 2 pages to it. So you will see an image of the card in black and white on the left, along with sort of a short quote from Nyx. That will help you in determining what the card means. And then this side goes into more detail, okay? For example, this one is self-worth. The little short quote is, when you draw this symbol, you are asked to consider what value do you place on yourself and your life. And this side says, do you believe in yourself, or do you behave in a way that tells others you are not worthy? All my children act with self-respect no matter the circumstances they come from. Self-worth and self-esteem mean that you will not allow yourself to be led into compromising situations. Love yourself, for I, Nyx, love you dearly and want the best for you. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high. So that gives you a good idea of how each of the cards is handled in here, and they're all handled in that way. So, here are the cards. Now, they are a bit shiny, which means they get fingerprints. That kind of bothers me, but you know. I do not have them in order anymore. As I said, I've had these for a few months. I have been using them. Here's some of the markings I was talking about. The markings on her face here are some of the markings they get from Nyx. Oh, that was a little thing. Okay. They are silver edged, which is just gorgeous. Another issue I have, besides them being glossy and getting fingerprints, is that they're squared edges, and I feel like that gets dinged and damaged really easy when they're square. Like you can already see, if that will focus in, the corners look a bit rough from me using them. So, gorgeous though. Back of the deck has a little triple moon there. Again, glossy. You can see the light reflecting on it as I move it. You can probably see the reflection of the camera and me. Oh, look, there I am. Hello. Alright, let's look through some of the artwork. Give me just a moment and I'll actually put them in order so we can go through them. Okay? Be right back. Also, say hi to Ashy. Alright. I didn't have them put in order already because I hadn't decided if I wanted to put them in order. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to show you all the cards. I would much prefer they're in order. Ashy, you right here, little kitty, you're casting a shadow. I'm going to need you to move. Kitty, go play with one of your toys. Here. Go get a mouse. Alright, that worked. Alright, 50 cards. Number 1. Let me see if I can get these back far enough. So we have the fledgling. You can see the moon on her forehead. That is what a new vampire starts with in terms of markings. And they can acquire more markings from Nyx. The fledgling makes sense as the number 1 card. That's what they start out to be. I like the little triple moon symbol up here too. I think it's all beautiful artwork. Number 2 is the warrior. As you can see, there are shirtless men in this deck as well. High Priestess of Earth. This reminds me, I forgot something. Not only are they vampires, they're witches. They cast circles. They call the 4 elements. Well, 5 elements with spirit. Yeah. Generally, if I remember correctly, like I keep saying, it's been a while since I've read them, but generally each person has some sort of affinity for a certain element, and so they will handle that element in the circle. So this is the High Priestess of Earth. Very beautiful. Number 4 is the High Priestess of Water. Gorgeous. I love the colors. Number 5 is the High Priestess of Fire. Again, gorgeous. Number 6 is the High Priestess of Air. Very beautiful. And last of the High Priestesses is number 7, the High Priestess of Spirit. Gorgeous. Number 8 is Vision. And it has the name Aphrodite here. She's actually a character in the books. I love the moon back here. I just love this whole card. I love all the cards. Number 9 is Chaos. I'm using a tornado fittingly. Also, this deck is set where the authors are from, which is Tulsa, Oklahoma. Anybody who knows Tulsa, Oklahoma at all, who reads the books, will get many references in it. Things like the Gilcrease Museum are mentioned in it. A lot of like Tulsa landmarks and such. I am actually from Tulsa, so tornado is fitting though. Oklahoma is Tornado Alley. So Chaos. Number 10 is Love. Very pretty. Number 11 is Complicated. This is actually the first card I ever drew from the deck for myself. Number 12 is Conclusion. You can see there's 2 books, chapter 1 and the end. Makes sense for conclusion, right? Number 13 is Summon. Number 14 is Denial. You can see the moon features very prominently. Number 15 is Fragment. I just love the artwork on these cards. Number 16 is Invisible. You can see it looks like she's looking into a mirror, but she is not there. Number 17 is Focus. Number 18 is forbidden. Number 19 is wishing. Very pretty. So many of those are pretty. Number 20 is fulfillment. You can see there is a pomegranate. And again, this symbol is very prominent, this moon symbol in the deck. Number 21 is grove. There's a little kitty. Pretty much all of the vampire fledglings get a kitten familiar, or a cat familiar, which is kind of fun because I love cats. Number 22 is letting go. I feel like butterflies are a perfect representation of that to me. Number 23 is listening. It has the name of another character. Now this right here is my favorite quote from the books. And it is, see if I can get it where you can read it. Darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. So it's shortened a little bit here. The full quote is, I think it's like, remember, darkness does not always equate to evil, just as light does not always bring good. That is my favorite quote from the entire book series. It's something Nyx says. I love it. It's a reminder to us. It reminds me of the yin-yang concept too. 24 is lust. This does look like a rather lusty card. Just saying. 25 is meditation. So again, getting fingerprint smears. I don't know how well that's going to show up. That's one of the things I hate about the texture of these cards. 26 is honesty. I love the little moon and the flames there. 27 is hope. Gorgeous nighttime forest scene with some water. Moon in the background, looks like some little fireflies twinkling maybe. 28 is reminder. I love that it simply says don't forget on the wall. 29 is movement. It shows a horse with that same symbol, if you can see that. 30 is rigid and has a crow on a wall. 31 is risk. This actually reminds me of the Fool card in tarot. Very much so. I wonder if they took inspiration from it, since the Fool can be about taking risks. There just needs to be a little dog behind her. 32 is self-worth. 33 is loyalty. And then it has another character from the book named Stevie Ray. Very close friends of Zoe. At least the last time I read this series. There have been some books since I read it last, so who knows. Number 34 is trapped. See the crow or raven. I can't remember if it's a crow or a raven. Let me tell you, hang on. Let me look at the book. That will remind me. I think it's raven. Yes, raven. And this is another character name from the book. I'm not sure how to say that name. Maybe some of you know how. 35 is strength. I'm trying to look at all the little symbols in the tree. Interesting. 36 is differences. I love this card because it so simply shows differences. So we have the symbol that's been on probably every card. Black cat and a white cat. And an apple and an orange. Isn't that just perfect for differences? 37 is cycles. I love how it shows different phases of the moon. Gorgeous. 38 is deceit, and has the name Neferet, who's also from the book. If you have not read the books, don't look at this. 39 is success. has a little congratulations award with that same symbol. What I meant by don't look at this is if you plan on reading them, that's a slight spoiler to see what she's associated with. Anyway, 40 is beauty and has a gorgeous rose that's looking very magical. 41 is belonging and actually says House of Night, which is the name of the school. 42 is confidence and has another name there. 43 is understanding. I just love so many of these images. This, though, might be my favorite one. 44, playful. Is that cat not adorable? He's one of them that has the little, I think they're called curled ears, right? Where their ears are like folded down like that. So cute for the word playful. 45 is message. See a gorgeous raven there. And look, that same symbol. 46 is choices. Has the name Kelowna. I'm not 100% sure if that's how you say it, but this is someone from the book as well. 47 is individuality and has Zoe. Zoe is the main character. That is the character that all of these books follow. 48 is obedience, and the imagery here very much reminds me of the Justice card in tarot. She's holding scales and a sword. She's blind. Let me look at the description on this one. I'm curious, because obedience, I guess, can fit in with justice. See, the short quote for it is, "There are rules for everything. The sun rises and the moon sets, and they dance together in perfect steps." So basically what it says is that you need to learn and follow the customs and rules before you attempt to change them to suit you. And you will be sorry if you're going to break a rule that's in place to protect you and others. Interesting. 49 is oath. And last, we have 50, the moon. I think this is the one I drew today. Gorgeous moon, black cat with that same symbol on its forehead, if you can see that. Alright, so I think it's a beautiful deck. My only issues with it, like I said, are that with the glossy finish, it does get fingerprints and smears very easily. I mean, can you see those? Like, I can see them through the viewfinder, but and then the squared corners, which I feel are gonna get damaged. The other only thing I see is that this deck could be hard to understand for somebody who's never read the books. And let me give you an example. I have to find that card. I think it's Confidence. Can't remember what number it is. They are in the book in numerical order. Here we go. So let's read the meaning of confidence. There are a few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in a castle in the Isle of Skye to be given to you when the time is right. This time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you as you move through your life's challenges and receive my gifts. Know that I have chosen you and that you have everything you need to make the right decision. Walk with your head held high and take the next step toward your goal with confidence. I will be with you every step of the way. So, where I feel the confusion comes in is this beginning part. There is one such immortal being who's kept this oracle safe in a castle in the Isle of Skye to be given to you when the time is right. If you have never read the books, you don't know that this is referring to something in the books. Even more so if you didn't even know it was based on books. You know, say you're in a metaphysical store and you see it on the shelves and it looks interesting and you buy it. You've never heard of the House of Night books. You had no idea. You're going to be going, what is the Isle of Skye? What are we talking about? But that's actually a location in the book, so good to know. One of my cats is trying to get inside of a bag right now. All right, that's it. If you have any questions that I did not cover about this deck, feel free to ask me. It does shuffle well. I usually do a corner shuffle like that. That kind of thing. But then I also do overhand. And that wasn't the best overhand ever, but they shuffle pretty well. Not the best, but pretty well. They do stick a little bit, probably because of the glossy texture. But that's it. If you have any questions about the deck that I did not cover, please leave them in the comments below. I do recommend the deck, especially if you know about the House of Night series, especially if you've read it. For those that have not, you'll just have to make your determination based on what you saw, if it's something you want. But it's a gorgeous deck. And if you're into Oracle decks and you love the House of Night series, I definitely suggest it. Definitely. This was my third Oracle deck that I have bought myself, so I enjoy it overall. So, alright, I feel like I'm sort of rambling now, so I'm going to let you go. Again, leave me any questions if you have them. I will see you in my next video. I do plan on reviewing my other 2 Oracle decks and my other 2 tarot decks that I have not done yet as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.